Hey there, YTPC, New Jersey Piper Ben here. Having Mississippi River in my Savinelli 510 little estate I picked up a few months ago. So probably about five months ago or so, I made a video entitled "Why Am I Called NJ Piper or New Jersey Piper?" Which is kind of like my YTPC intro video. I just should have titled it as such. So this was long enough ago to where I hardly had any subscribers, and so hardly anybody watched it, and still not a lot of views. So now that I've got more subscribers, I've been around a while, I figured I'd do another one just to kind of level set a little bit and let you guys know kind of who I am in general. So I kind of started that video saying, I call myself New Jersey Piper because I happen to be living in New Jersey right now, but I've actually only been in New Jersey since 2014. I was actually born and raised in South Carolina. I went to Clemson University. I got my degree in packaging science, so I do packaging engineering as a job. And I've been working for the same company since 2008. I started with them at one of their factories in Mississippi, so I moved from South Carolina to Mississippi and worked in that factory for a few years, and then I moved from that factory to another factory in St. Peters, Missouri, and I worked there for a few years from 2011 to 2014 when I moved to Jersey. Yeah, moves all for the same job and working in the same department. But over the years, I, kind of got promoted, and I'm actually a manager in the department now. So I manage a few engineers. I manage a team that handles our point of purchase displays. So anytime a company takes product and takes it kind of off the shelf and puts it somewhere else in the store, like in one of those corrugated displays, that basically meant to increase sales volume and increase sales velocity, basically, and for like promotional items sometimes, things like that. So I work on that team, and I also look after e-commerce and our club business as well. So I support those end-to-end teams. Yeah, I've been smoking pipes and tobacco since September last year. Still very much a rookie. I don't smoke very often, so I don't have a ton of experience analyzing blends and like picking out individual components and things like that. I don't think I really have like super advanced taste buds either. But I basically am in a place where I kind of know what I like and I kind of know what I don't really like that much. So, yeah. It's very warm out today. So this is only my second time having Mississippi River. The first time I really, really liked it. I'm really, really liking it again. It's got that nice tangy, sourish sort of tongue hit that I really like a lot. Part of the same reason I really enjoyed plum pudding as well. Same reason I really enjoy McBaron HH Latakia Flake. So dig a nice well-balanced English blend. In that realm, I really like Boswell's Northwoods is great. Sorry, I don't know who's yelling right now, if you can hear that, but having a bit of a rambunctious Easter across the street apparently. So like GLP's English blends are good. Quiet Nights is really good. Meridian, Maltese Falcon, Gaslight. Gaslight's pretty heavy. I mean, Gaslight's got a lot of key in it, so it's a super sort of dense and heavy smoke. What else? A few aromatics here and there. I mean, I've had my time with 1Q. I really like mixing 1Q with BCA, actually. I think that's a pretty good combination. But I've, definitely I don't smoke aromatics very often, but I don't mind them every once in a while. I don't think it's, taboo or anything. I know some people, pretty much are like just no aromatics at all, but I think there's a place for them. And it's individual taste, so, do what you like. Like the Artful Codger Ben reminded us in his last excellent video, if you're not getting enjoyment out of it, why are you doing it? And just, filter to what gives you enjoyment, and that's really what I'm trying to do. When I commented on that, I'm like, I have a really super intensive like collector brain. Like, I love the idea of, the history behind pipes and the collectability of pipes, and the same with tobaccos. I'm really like, I love learning about that stuff and like the origin of blends and the origin of pipe making and all that fun stuff. So it's kind of hard for me to not want to like buy everything, and and that'll get you in trouble in multiple ways. But from a pipe smoking standpoint, it'll get you in trouble because you will lose focus of what's bringing you enjoyment, and basically it's kind of, you want to avoid like a scatterbrain approach. So, that's kind of what I've been trying to do, is really filter to what gives me the most enjoyment for my time. So in that sense, I know I really like billiard shapes. I know I really like pot shapes, so it's what I've been mainly buying these days. This was kind of an eBay one-off, but it's smoking great. It's an old pipe, and it's doing well. I'm definitely enjoying the Mississippi River in this pipe. But, I'm trying to, have my pipe collection in a place for probably no more than 20 pipes, I would say. Sorry. I think that's a number where you can have a nice healthy rotation and give your pipes plenty of drying time, and they won't be difficult to maintain. Because you're not going to be smoking any one pipe like way too often. Because again, I don't smoke a lot. I smoke maybe 3 to 4 bowls a week. I want to try to start smoking more during the week, on weekdays. But I find sometimes after work, I just, I don't smoke in my house. So that's part of it. I have to get set up on the porch. I have to prepare the bowl. Do all that fun stuff. So honestly, like, freely admitting, sometimes like I'm just too lazy to have a bowl because I don't want to go outside, But again, I don't want to smoke in my house. It's just one of those things that I'm never going to bend on that. So. So yeah, maybe around 20 pipes. I've got a decent bit of tobacco stocked up. I kind of want to start doing my own blending. I bought some of those components recently, and I've got those jarred. So I want to start trying out, sort of different blends and varieties. Just putting together different proportions of different components and seeing how I like it. And that could potentially, feed the decision as far as what I would buy going forward, as far as pre-made blends, and if I actually like doing my own blending or not, because I might end up, blending these components together, and maybe it's not going to be good. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But so yeah, that's kind of who I am. Again, I'm not from New Jersey, but again, that's just where I live now, so I kind of filtered to that name naturally. I didn't want to call myself the South Carolina smoker because I'm not in South Carolina. But, one day I hope to be able to call myself the Cape Cod smoker. Because I really would love to be able to retire somewhere coastal one day. I talked about that in the video I referenced that I did, those months ago when I first started out in the YTPC, and I talked about, how I would really one day like to be able to, be in a place where I had, somewhat easy access to the ocean. Now, obviously, best case scenario, I could, wake up, step out of bed, walk 5 feet and see the ocean, but I want to be able to do that in a place that actually has seasons, and that's incredibly expensive nowadays. There's not a lot of places left on Earth where you can actually do that without being fairly wealthy. So, and I'm just I've got a good job, but I'm just a working stiff, like a lot of other people, and I really don't foresee a scenario where I'm going to be able to have that much money. I don't have like a rich family or anything like that. My dad was a coal miner back in the day, and worked his way up to be in the middle class, and give my brother and me an education, which forever grateful to my parents and for how hard they worked to make sure that we had better lives than they did. I mean, that's just I can't put into words how appreciative I am of their sacrifices in doing that. I know a lot of kids definitely aren't so lucky, but yeah, so that's kind of who I am in a nutshell. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Yeah, Mississippi River is awesome. I need to smoke plum pudding again, because I'm early on, plum pudding was like sort of my all-star. It was my favorite blend. But this Mississippi River might actually end up taking that spot. And I do have some Mississippi River special reserve on the way too. So we'll see what happens there. But I got high hopes for it. Okay. Take care, everybody. Be excellent to one another. And I'll talk to you later.